conversation with the Pleiadians through Barbara Marciniak. 2. A conversation with the Pleiadians. Editor's note: the following is an excerpt from a class session. Good evening. We are here to assist you. We are here to work with the energies of those members of humanity who wish to move forward with their lives, who wish to participate in the great upliftment of spirit and physical reality that is now being experienced on your Earth plane, Terra. We have spoken before about the concept of the showbox. We would incorporate this material along with questions that those here this evening may have to offer as learning. Understand that a question that one asks is asked for all. So, listen carefully and you all may make a leap in accepting who you are. Less than pause equals 1207, greater than. Let us speak for a few moments on the concept of the walls you build around yourself in this showbox idea. From our perspective, we see the large portion of the energies are attempting to bring in information that is revolutionary, that is expansive and that is perhaps contradictory and controversial as well. The most necessary element that you need to add to your life is something that would act as a catalyst for you to assimilate the information and initiate these ideas into the day-to-day living of your life. In other words, bring them inside the showbox of your existence. We will be working with you to allow you to expand the territory of the showbox that you live in, for the showbox defines the boundaries of information that is legitimate. It defines your perceptions, your experiences. It defines your world. Your world is as large and as complex or simple as you would design it to be. What we would ask each of you to do is to visualize the image of the showbox that you have. You may make it plain, you may make it elaborate, any color that you wish. It can be small, it can be large. Visualize the showbox and place your physical being within it. Next to the physical being placed inside the showbox, place your globe. The images will come to life as we discuss with you the questions that you will all be so gracious to teach yourselves with this evening. Question: I've heard recently that as part of the change taking place on the planet today, the old idea of everything being a lesson has become somewhat obsolete and that, in fact, there are no lessons anymore. From my own personal perspective, I believe that growth comes through learning lessons and I don't understand how growth can continue if there are no more lessons. Pleiadians, understand that all that you hear is one entity's version. Whether they be a discarnate or incarnate entity, you are always hearing someone's version of what they believe to be true. And that holds true for we Pleiadians. You all are nearing a juncture where you would be coming in to be tested over and over and over again. The ride is going to get bumpier. It's going to be fun because you will be like on a roller coaster. You may be at one moment peaking over the top, rising to the stars, and then suddenly your stomach is way up in the air and you are on the ground. This ride would involve many so-called truths. Each truth, each place you are on the roller coaster is quite real, is quite legitimate, and the information or the ride of experience that you are receiving is yours to interpret. What you must realize is that you can get off of the roller coaster anytime you wish. But you will be choosing the ride because you have something to learn. What you have to learn is that there is a portion of truth that exists within each and every one of you. Essentially, you do not need us to tell you what the truth is. We merely mirror back to you who we are and we remind you what it is that you know. In direct answer to your question, from our perspective, all existence involves knowing. There is consciousness within all things and all consciousness is learning about its experience no matter how that consciousness is manifested. From our perspective, we do not perceive of a place of being where there are no lessons or learnings to be done. That is our opinion and our perspective of a story. Now, understand that all things are true. You can bring whatever information you wish inside of your showbox. You can design your experience. We are here to give you lessons in many ways of perception so that you form your own truth and stimulate the material and information that is stored within the cells of your being. You all are a portion of First Cause, God. First cause branches out and expresses itself so that it has more to bring back to its own experience. And so, from our perspective, first cause learns much in each and every moment. Question: what is the correlation between relative truth and absolute truth? Pleiadians, the absolute truth. The essence of absolute truth is the example that we have just shared with you. The greatest truth is that first cause is within all things, and it is first cause's journey that you are all a part of, and it is your challenge to realize it. Question: in trying to follow a spiritual path, I'm feeling great confusion over traditional Christianity in the Bible and the truth in that, or the lack of truth in that, versus the New Age philosophy and, for example, A Course in Miracles. Which path is closer to the correct truth? Pleiadians, when we spoke and said that all is true, it is a tricky way of making you think. And that is what you are learning now. You are third-dimensional beings. You are thinkers. You are, on a planetary scale, learning and moving toward becoming fourth-dimensional beings, which are, if we were to put it into words, perceivers. You are employing the values of the third-dimensional world, and you are beating up on yourselves, so to speak, and chastising yourself because your life is not in one neat little compartment. If you wish to bring new information into your lives, there is a certain scrambling of data that must take place. This all goes back to the shoebox and your great need to have everything in a file compartment. The data of your existence, the outline and boundaries of who you are quite orderly. When you are attempting to become more and to become greater beings, all of that data must be reshuffled, must be run and analyzed and compared to a new program. When we say that all is true, that is in essence saying to you whatever you choose to believe will indeed be true. It will be the reality that you will live your life in, and you will manifest the symbolic representation of that reality within your lives. Your neighbors and your friends and the social structure that you surround yourself with will reflect that back to you. Worlds are not solid places of being. Worlds are probable. Worlds are as flimsy as paper. Only you do not understand this. You think that your worlds are concrete, and you think that certain authoritative structures are correct, and you place authority outside of yourself. The Catholic Church is no more correct than any other church. The truth that you are attempting to understand now is the absolute truth for yourself. You wish, because of how you have led your life up to now, to be told to follow a certain structure. The highest teachings in our opinion, and this is merely our opinion, are the teachings that point you to yourselves and say to you, you are first cause. You are a portion of the great energy. And you, yourselves, are thought manifestations of what you think you are. It is the truth, from our opinion, that we, the Pleiadian culture and many, many, many cultures, use as a primary law of existence for ourselves. What you are all learning to understand is what is true for you and how to make your world work. We would start by saying that you are the center of your world, you are the power in your world. What is it that you want? You want happiness? Do you want safety? Do you want joy? You want harmony? You want personal development? You want peace? You want abundance? You are first cause. This power that you have is no new thing. There are those of you who have laid in the gut or who have been without food, been on the verge of dying and have willed something and had it manifest and thought that you were lucky. It was your desire, your calling of your own power that manifested in front of you. This is a basic law of experience.